Republicans are still saying the Democrats have no right to a trial or to hold Trump accountable. I think the Democrats just proved them wrong. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. What I saw in this was extraordinary. I mean, first of all, the argument that, well, you can't have a trial when he's no longer in office. They just blew that all to hell. From the Secretary of War that I had mentioned earlier, with a lot more detail than I was aware of, to numerous cases, including a trial that Thomas Jefferson presided over or participated in. It sure looks to me like, A, the trial is just fine. You know, it's not unconstitutional. And if it is unconstitutional, then, you know, if the Republicans are going to continue to make that argument, frankly, they should be prosecuting or impeaching Mitch McConnell, because when Trump was still president, he was impeached by the House of Representatives. Now, that's like an indictment, like a grand jury indictment. Then you have the trial. The trial is in the Senate. The impeachment managers publicly said, okay, he's impeached. We held the whole thing. It took a couple of days. Boom, here you go. He's impeached. Now, Mitch, you're running the Senate. You can hold the trial. You can start right now. And Mitch McConnell said, no, we will keep in mind, the president gets sworn in on January 20th. Mitch McConnell said, no, on January 19th, we'll hold a Senate session where we'll discuss the trial. And if there's going to be a trial, it'll start on January 20th after after Biden is sworn in. And now, just a few days ago, this same Mitch McConnell voted with 44 of his other Senate Republican colleagues to say, well, because Mitch McConnell put this thing off for a week or so that this trial is happening after Trump has already left, it can't happen anymore. I mean, this is like, have your cake and eat it too on steroids. How do you even justify that? And then they pointed out that in multiple examples over the history of the United States, people have been impeached and convicted in the Senate after they had already left office. This is not something that is unique. It is not something that is new. And I think we saw just a very small sliver at the very beginning of this when Jamie Raskin started laying out the argument. Keep in mind, today's debate is not, should we convict Donald Trump? Today's debate is answering the objection of 45 Republicans in the Senate and Donald Trump and his lawyers that they have no right to hold a trial, that they have no right to hold him responsible for the crimes that he committed, for inciting a mob to commit riot and treason and murder. He's making the argument that they have no right to do that. And if that stands, if the Senate at the end of today, when they hold the vote, which will probably be in maybe 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours, when they hold the vote, if the Senate chooses, which I absolutely don't believe is going to happen, but if they were to choose not to hold the trial, then every future president will take their last week in office and try to overthrow the election that they just lost and install themselves as president for life, because that's exactly what Trump tried to do. And now they're saying, oh, but we can't hold him accountable. This is bizarre.